Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Kokodosh, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. This is a continuation of the last lesson, which I got cut off. Going into how the small has inherited land, the Balfour Declaration, and now how they're heathen, and they're not the people based on the scriptures. So I watched that lesson, but then how the Most High is against them for being in our land also proves that the word strangers can mean Israelites, because a stranger would be able to go back to the land of Israel and be a part of it. But if the Most High is against the heathen being in our land, that means the strangers must be Israelites, or else the Most High is a lie, which the Most High is all about truth, and His Son all about truth, which this word is the truth. And the strangers are Israelites. Went into the word. I'll do it again. Strangers, Strong's H1616, Gar in the Hebrew. Sojourner. A sojourner, stranger, foreigner, a person living out of his own country. So you had Jews living outside of the land, which if they kept the laws, they would go back to the land. Like the Alexandrian Jews in Alexandria, Egypt, they had businesses and things. Go back to the land for the high holy days. So it'll be 2 or 3 times out of the year. So you have Jew, the real Jew, so-called Negroes, which you have so-called American Negroes, West Indian Negroes, and Haitian Negroes. And you do have Israelites. The rest of the Israelites are so-called Hispanics, Native Americans, and you have Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, scattered all over. Even look like so-called Asians, so-called white people, and so on. But they're Israelites to the seed of their father. But it's a stranger, living out of their own country. So you have Israelite strangers and you have non-Israelite strangers. Now read Ezekiel chapter 47 verse 22, and it shall come to pass that ye shall divide it by lot for an inheritance unto you and to the strangers that sojourn among you, which are the Israelites, what shall beget children among you, and they shall be unto you as born in the country among the children of Israel. They shall have inheritance with you among the tribes of Israel. And it shall come to pass that in what tribe the stranger sojourneth, there shall ye give him his inheritance, saith the Lord Yahweh Basham Shai power. And that inheritance would be land. So an Israelite outside the land would be able to come to the land. So you know what, now I want to live in the land and be given their own land. So it doesn't make any sense if the Most High is against the heathen having the land. Why would they be able to be strangers and have plots of land of our land? Especially since the Jews were clearly strangers outside the land and could come back to the land if they so chose, if it was the Lord's will. Another example. Which I'll probably close it after this. in Leviticus 22 and verse 18. Leviticus chapter 22 verse 18. Speak unto Aaron and to his sons and unto all the children of Israel, and say unto them, whatsoever he be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers in Israel, Israelite strangers that will offer his oblation for all his vows, and for all his freewill offerings which they will offer unto the Lord Yahweh Shai for a burnt offering, and the only people making offerings to the Heavenly Father, the God of Israel, are the Israelites. So there are Israelite strangers. So the heathen can't just say, oh, we can take part in all that with you. Clearly, we read Ezekiel 36 is a heavy hitter. The Most High is against the heathen being in our land. So it wouldn't make sense for any of them to be able to be on our land, especially since you have Israelite strangers who were outside of the land who could come back to the land. And so, I might just read Ezekiel 36 and 5, just in case there are people who don't end up watching the first part, and then close out Ezekiel chapter 36 verse 5. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh shall power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into the possession. Idumea is another way of saying Edom, with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for prey. So right now the heathen strangers have the land, but soon the Israelites are going to take over the earth. And I forgot to bring out this one in Ezekiel 37 and verse 24. And David my servant shall be king over them, and they shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever, and my servant David shall be their prince forever. So David's going to be set up as a king again. This is in the kingdom of heaven when we go back to our own land. Brought out Isaiah 14 and 1 and 2 in the last lesson. So that'll give all praise and honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Kakodash. I'll keep the faith.